When you think of 2008, you normally think of blockbuster movies like Iron Man and The Dark Knight. But those movies didn't come out in June of 2008, which is when I was born. But that's not to say that the world didn't have its own bit of drama during that month. I've always had a phobia for natural disasters, especially earthquakes and volcanic eruptions, which is ironic that just 4 days before I was born, on June 14th, the Miyazaki Nagasaki earthquake struck a volcanic region of Japan. Now, excuse if I'm saying that wrong, but the earthquake was massive and it measured to a 7.2 magnitude quake that claimed around 23 lives. And it wasn't just a shake. The earthquake triggered a massive landslide, and the mud flow made everything just very, very bad. But amidst all of this destruction, there's also some good to the story. The warning system that Japan had created was able to give people around a 4.5-second head start, which is kind of nothing in the grand scheme of things, but it was able to get trains to stop and companies to shut off the gas so that there wouldn't be explosions or more deaths. So that's a good thing. And while one side of the world was grieving and dealing with the destruction that the earthquake had caused, the other side of the world was celebrating at the UEFA Euro 2008 Cup. This cup was hosted by Switzerland and Austria, and the soccer tournament was completely legendary, and Spain ended up taking home the trophy of the night, which, according to experts, was the best team that could have won just because of their talent, the leadership that their captain, Iker Casillas, was able to give them, and also just because they were very humble and everybody liked them. And they didn't really stop there. They went on to win the World Cup in 2010 and another Euro title in 2012. So they were kind of on their winning streak. I am a Gemini, and even though I'm not considered a diehard believer in astrology, it's kind of ironic that when I look back at the events that happened the month I was born, you see two sides of the same coin, which is often how people describe Geminis, as kind of dealing with duality and seeing the opposite or two different things at once. And that can be seen in the event I chose. On one side of the planet, people were grieving and going through the tragic event, while on the other side of the planet, people were celebrating and having fun. And I think that kind of shows everything in the world is somehow balanced, and there's going to be pain with all of the joy, and all of it happens at the same time. Thank you.